Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome, guys. Hello. Oh my God, the fan just blew the letter away. Hold on. Oh my God, we are live. Hello.
We are.
Hello, anyone watching live and anyone watching later. Live from wherever we are, from Texas and California, and my God, it's hot because it's July. And welcome to our Throwback Thursday on Saturday, number 3.
And it's not hot here, but I still have the air conditioner on.
Well, you know, it's only feels like 102, I think, here right now.
Oh, I think my feels like is like 82.
Yeah, I think it feels like that in my house sometimes. That's okay. That's fine. But welcome, everyone. Welcome all to another wonderful Throwback Thursday on Saturday. Once again, we're gonna flash back to the 80s, the wonderful 80s.
Of course, the heyday.
Yes. The wonderful days where we, Pitney and Amelia, became Pitney and, well, I guess we didn't become Pitney and Amelia then, but we became us, and then eventually we became Pitney and Amelia.
Well, yes, we were aspiring to be Pitney and Amelia.
Who knew back then when we were teenagers that we would someday become a thing that would be on coffee mugs and whatnot.
That, it's kind of weird when you think about it. Yeah.
I would have never, of course, we would have never believed that any of this could have existed back then. So
we were just geeky kids that became friends through letters,
Right. letters and Doctor Who fandom, which kind of comes along with what we're going to be talking about tonight. Although before we get into that, we should probably, for anyone who just is stumbling upon us right now, if you don't know who we are Pitney and Amelia's Bitchin' Boutique. We are a podcast that is basically about us, and you'll get to know us as you follow along. And we're about the nerdy shit that we like, and mental health, and gay shit, and what else? God, what else?
Yeah, it's like life, the universe, and everything.
Right. All things to all people.
Yeah.
And new episodes every Friday. In fact, we just had a new episode go up yesterday, so go check that out. That one, I've already forgotten the name of it. The one 2 weeks ago was shittiest day ever.
Oh,
what was yesterday? Yesterday was
oh my
terrible.
Gosh.
I'm a horrible person. The fuck was it called?
Oh my goodness.
Exposing ourselves.
Yes.
It's it was us coming to recent realizations about ourselves that we were revealing to each other.
Yes.
And then some and then a recent unpleasant happening with me where I had to sit next to an unvaccinated person at a luncheon.
Yes, and of course it's always very insightful, very deep,
Oh, yeah.
So
I mean, every once in a while we're accidentally insightful, but usually we're, very vulgar, very, very us, whatever.
All right,
anyway,
we're passive aggressively insightful.
Oh Lord. But so what we're gonna do this time, as we said, we were friends who came together through letter writing and Doctor Who fandom. So probably more than almost anything else. Mm-hmm. And so it is appropriate that once again we are revisiting the 80s through an old letter. As I have said before, I don't throw anything away. And regular listeners know that we met when we both lived in California a long time ago. In the summer of 1984, I had to move to Texas because my father's job moved us here. And and many things happened since then. But more recently, Pitney he moved here, then he had to move back. So he is back there now, and I am still here. This letter that I came across is actually the first letter, September 14th, 1984.
Wow.
That he sent me when after I moved here, because I moved here on August 26th, 1984.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I had clearly already sent Pitney a letter where I had sent pictures from TimeCon 84, which had happened in early August, which was my first con, a Doctor Who con.
Yeah.
And there's a PS on the envelope thanking me for sending him pictures. And we did discuss that because of course I have all those pictures, and I could have scanned some. And we decided not to, because that would take us on a TimeCon tangent. And we have talked about TimeCon a little bit before.
We talked about it before. So.
In fact, on our New Year's Eve live stream, this would be one example. Aw, look at me. That photograph. Any Doctor Who fans who stumbled into this, look at me and John Pertwee in 1984. Adorable, awkward little me. And might as well show it now, a photo that was not taken at TimeCon, but not long after TimeCon, in I survived the TimeCon blackout t-shirt. Pitney in the perm he got not long after TimeCon.
Went out, and some of the guests got stuck in the elevator of the hotel for like an hour.
I have a picture of Nicholas Courtney wearing that same shirt.
Oh yeah, and it was a thing because the
Brigadier from
the time. Of course, the T-shirt was baby blue. It's faded over time, but the T-shirt's very baby blue.
That would have been a good picture to scan if I thought about it.
Because that's what we did back then.
Baby blue T-shirts with individual letters, iron on. I mean, that's what it was. That was the 80s.
That's an old picture, and it's faded anyway.
And the perm was glorious. And
look
you
at my
got
perm.
that.
Yes, look at my perm. Hello.
You got that perm like right before I left California, because you came to see me off at the airport, and you showed up with that perm, and I had not seen that perm until that moment.
I know.
And it was like, I had to just like not react to the fact that you suddenly had a perm. And there's more perm pictures later, but that's a great picture. I love it a lot. But so anyway, well, let's get into the letter a little bit. Okay, so dear Amelia, September 14th, 1984.
Wow.
Dear Amelia, I have to get ready for something. I have technical things I have to do. I know it's sad when people move away. You have got to stay happy. Remember, worse things happen at sea. Oh, damn it. Keep dreaming of better days. It's all in the letter. Worse things happen at sea. Keep dreaming of better days. Now,
oh my goodness.
I just had to do that because
nobody would have gotten that reference even at the time but you.
Of course. Well, not in America, not in the United States. Yeah. The rest of the world had the good taste to know this band, the Toy Dolls. We love the Toy Dolls, and to this day they are still their first album in particular. I mean, everything they've ever done makes me incredibly happy, but their first album, Dig That Groove Baby, hardly anything in the world makes me as happy as that album. They're just one of the greatest bands ever.
Oh yeah, and we won't go into it now because we don't have time and nobody cares. But oh god, I have so many new memories of that album.
Oh my god! One of the last great things I did before I left California was go to Santa Cruz and walk down the the boardwalk at Santa Cruz with Pitney and our friend Kevin blasting the toy dolls on a boombox.
We sure as fuck did. Yep. And we walked across the bridge, the Lost Boys bridge.
Yes, the bridge
sure
from the Lost Boys.
Yep.
Every time the Lost Boys come up, I tell people, you know where I've walked across that bridge.
Yep. And
I bring up Google Maps and I show them that bridge. I said, see that bridge, that bridge right there.
I wish I could remember what I was wearing, but alas, it was a long time ago.
I know what swimsuit I had because I remember the sunburn I got that day really well. That was up to that point, that was the worst sunburn I ever got. Until the sunburn that was referenced in the shittiest day ever episode that was a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
The sunburn that turned into a 3rd-degree burn. Is that your phone?
Oh, it's my mother's phone. I'm sorry.
His mother can't hear. That's okay.
Okay, it's over. I'm sorry.
Okay. Hopefully, okay. Anyway, I'll go back to the letter. Anyway, the toy dolls, greatest band ever. We'll probably talk about them more some other time, but yes, we love them. Okay. We're getting into some Doctor Who shit.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah. I don't know if I told you, but me, Tricia, and Verity, people that we talk about on the show a lot, are going to Chicago in November for a giant Doctor Who convention. And I'm just going to say, brace yourselves, people, because we're about to talk about a historic event.
Yes, we are. Yep.
That Pitney actually got to participate in. The guest list is just great. So far, they have Colin Baker, Peter Davison, John Pertwee, Patrick Troughton, John Nathan Turner, who was the producer. Nick Courtney, Mary Tam, Lala Ward, Mark Strickson, Ian Martyr, Liz Sladen, and some other companions. How totally awesome, huh? I'm hoping Matthew Waterhouse will show up because he was there last year. anyway.
And I did get to meet him later.
Later. We're leaving Thursday morning on Thanksgiving and coming back Monday night. I can hardly wait. And of course, the event we're talking about is TARDIS 21.
Yes.
One of the most enormous things that ever happened in Doctor Who fandom.
It was like the biggest Doctor Who convention ever, I think.
Definitely in the 80s. Yeah. In 80s fandom. Definitely in America. Definitely here. I can't believe you got to be there.
Yeah, and that wasn't meant, but Anthony Ainley, who played, the second master, was there. And I met him twice. In fact, in my book, I had his autograph. And then I had him autograph his autograph, and he said, hello again.
Oh, my God. And we've told the story of that book before, the book that was stolen.
Yeah.
For people who were fans of the classic Doctor Who, the old Doctor Who A Celebration book that was for the, was it the 20th anniversary? 25th anniversary? No, 20th anniversary. Oh,
God, it had to have been.
Because it was 83, so it was the 20th, because I had it before.
Yeah.
And it was basically the book everyone got, and every time you went to a con, you had everybody autograph it.
Because Doctor Who premiered the day that Kennedy was shot.
The day after Kennedy was shot.
It was after? Oh, he thought it was the day. Oh.
No, it was the day after. Because Kennedy was shot on the 22nd and Doctor Who premiered on the 23rd, 1963.
It's so weird how I remember historical events through fandom.
Well, I mean, you remember how you remember.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so pretty much anyone of significance who had ever been on Doctor Who was still living was at that fucking convention.
Yeah.
And it was the only time you left California up until that point. Was flying to Chicago.
It sure as hell was. Yeah, and I remember going and getting out of the airplane, and it was really fucking cold. And I remember waiting for a cab, and we went in this cab station where they had heaters blowing.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've never experienced degrees below 50 before.
Oh yeah, because we're talking Chicago in late November.
Oh my God. Yeah, I thought it was just the most exciting thing ever.
Now I want to mention, so this poster, am I correct that this poster was given to everyone who attended? And it was autographed, like everyone.
It was autographed because there were so many guests and so many.
It was pre-autographed.
There were no autograph sessions
because it was impossible.
Because there was just too many people. Yeah.
So you basically received, as part of your membership, you received a pre-autographed poster. And so these things, every so often, you'll see these things on eBay going for big money, because almost all these people are dead.
I got Mark Strickson. I got who played, Turlo, was one of the companions, for those of you who don't know. Anthony Lee, the master. I don't remember who else, but I did get a couple. Janet Fielding, who played Tegan. I did get those autographs just because back then it wasn't like the carefully controlled capitalist horseshit it is now.
Oh,
the guests would wander the convention and talk to people.
And they were the current companions at that time. They were still on the show.
So I ran into Anthony Ainley, and I ran in, to Janet Fielding, and I ran into Mark, and I was like, oh, will you sell my book? It's like, oh, sure, okay.
Real cons where you would ride in the elevator with the guests. Real cons where you'd hang out in a hotel room with the guests.
There was no lines because the lines were distributed, but they signed autographs for everybody in the lobby because, but they just walked through the lobby and walked through and just talked to people. And God, that's unheard of now. Can you imagine?
Because they were paid by the convention, so they didn't have to be paid by the con goers. They were paid so they could just go there and just hang out and have fun. They weren't working every minute they were there.
So yeah. So you was going to a con now and just seeing like William Shatner just roaming,
just hanging out at the bar,
or the bar, hanging out and talking to people.
Right.
Hell no.
Like real cons, like Texas Frightmare Weekend, where we're like when a con guest, a big con guest, just elbows someone at the bar out of the way so they can sit next to us and talk to us, like Amelia.
Yes. Or
because we were so awesome, she wanted to sit by us.
You couldn't normally at most cons now. You couldn't, for example, sit in the bar and watch Ted Raimi get plastered out of his fucking mind, and then go up to his room with some groupie.
The good old days. Oh, the good old days, I
don't even know how that man could have performed the act that they were going up to do, because he could barely fucking walk.
He probably couldn't, but if he did, then that man is strong like bull, because he was drunk. He was so drunk. And we just sat back and enjoyed the show. It was fantastic. Anyway, back to the letter.
Yeah.
So Pitney went to TARDIS 21, and it was incredibly exciting. So, okay, so I'm skipping ahead. More stuff with friends. We were in a thrift store yesterday, and we found a pair of very good condition English riding boots, the real ones.
Which I gotta say were the holy grail of costuming in the 80s. Oh my God.
Because if you think back, if you think of especially British sci-fi, because everyone had a pair of, riding boots everyone had a pair. So that was part of every costume. It was automatic.
They were the fucking holy grail of costuming.
Yeah, they went with every show. They went with every single costume for every show. So for only $10. Unfortunately, they didn't fit me at all, but Tricia got them. I want a pair of those things so bad, but they're about $140 new. I don't know if I'll ever be able to afford them. Well,
look at me with my riding boots in my hand.
First.
Yes,
we'll talk about the boots first. Because those are some authentic English riding boots, are
Yeah.
they not? Where did your mother bought you those?
Yes, I remember Mom. It's like, I don't remember, like, she had won something at work, or it was something weird that she's all of a sudden she had gotten like a few $100s, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was something, just some random thing. It was, I want to say it was a raffle at work or something. And, we went out and she bought her something, and she knew I wanted these boots. So we went to this special store and she bought me those boots so I could have them for all my costumes.
Oh my God. Well, it's kind of like when I found at the Neiman Marcus resale shop, like the shit that didn't sell in Neiman Marcus, and so they put it in their knockoff store, the Isaac Mizrahi stretch suede thigh-high boots.
Oh, yes.
That instantly became part of every costume I ever did from that moment on for a long time. I mean, now those, I paid about $120, $125 for those, and they were like 75% off when I bought them.
Oh.
And that was like deep discount. So, God, I mean, but when you're buying quality items.
Yeah, and I don't remember how much those were exactly, but they were, a lot. And and Mom somehow got this money, and she was like, I'm going to buy you those boots. I'm like, okay.
Probably so you would never say English riding boots ever again. Probably so you would never say those words.
I just got to say, we're not going to, but that costume you can't really see is from.
Is that V?
TV show V.
That is V.
And Tricia von Lichtenstein made that for me. That costume.
Yes. Did you have more than one V costume, or is that the one
That's
that I remember?
the only one, yeah.
Okay. Now,
but we all had V costumes,
yes.
all of my group of friends. So we had a big group of people in our V uniforms, yeah.
Oh yeah. Now, I have to ask, had you had your hair freshly re-permed, or had you just washed it and not fluffed it out that day? Because that is some tight permage.
It may have been, I think it was newish. Because I remember I'd gotten like maybe 3 perms.
Oh my God. You've had more perms than I've had.
Maybe 3.
It was the 80s, though.
I know, and the funny thing is, I mean, because look now, look, right? No hair.
You should perm what you have left.
The funny thing was, at the time, my hair was so thick and so straight, it would not style.
You had like thick, coarse hair.
It wouldn't feather. It wouldn't do anything. It was just fucking there. The only thing to do was fucking perm it.
Yeah.
And that's kind of ironic because now I am Picard.
It's kind of too bad that you didn't want to go like the mohawk route, because you could have had a serious mohawk because your hair was so straight.
Oh, I could have.
It could have been severe. Yeah. It could have, but you weren't the mohawk guy.
Yep, I could have. But anyway. Yeah.
Which actually kind of goes into the next part of the letter a little bit.
So yeah.
What a nice segue into this. So yeah, you just sort of go into like, you know what? I'm seriously considering becoming a semi-punk. Not with the colored hair and everything. Just like when they have normal hair but dress funny. I love it.
I was floundering.
Well, we were all trying to figure out. That was the thing about us in particular in the 80s, was we knew we were weird, but we wanted to be weird in like the interesting way, like a way that someone might consider cool. It was hard to find that niche.
Dolls. I hated punk.
Except for the toy dolls, because they were delightful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But all the punk bands that were popular back then, I liked the scene. I liked.
We couldn't have pulled this off.
I liked the guys.
They were.
but I hated the fucking music. And I still do.
For the most part, yeah. It's like the toy dolls were different because they were like punk without being stupid and unnecessarily negative.
Like the Dead Kennedys and the Misfits and all of those bands that were like the thing back then, the punk bands.
Look how edgy I am. I'm edgy and I have an attitude.
Those bands, and I've tried to listen to them now in retrospect, and I still hate them. So yeah. Anyway. But
then we go into. We're about to get very exciting here.
Oh, I can't wait.
I gotta be someone who lives all his life in the superlative. When you're extraordinary, you gotta do extraordinary things. The fact that I'm different is easy to see, so why doesn't anybody know it but me? I'm extraordinary. I need to do extraordinary things. That's part of the song that I used for the Captain video.
Oh, yes.
Now, we're about to go into... I guess it's a good time to just put this up.
Yes, which is the song from Pippin.
Pippin!
It is from
yes.
Pippin. And the captain, Pippin. Look at the captain. Everybody can tell. You can tell.
Oh, the pirate captain from the Pirate Planet. One of the greatest episodes of Doctor Who of all time. I wrote a letter to Bruce Purchase. That's Bruce Purchase right there. The pirate captain. The guy with the thing on his face. Yes. Captain Wapty. Bruce Purchase, care of John Nathan Turner, who was the producer, who was the eventual producer of of Doctor Who at the time, last night. And I told him about the song, the shirt, and the video. I hope he sends me an autograph. And now I'm not really going to go into the rest of the letter, except to mention that, well, there's the P.S. What do you think about the nickname Olga after Guess Who? For me, Olga being the lead guy in the Toy Dolls.
Yeah.
And every part of the around the margins, it's there's your local magnetic disturbance. No, and why not? And what was this one? This was my other favorite. Wait. Speak! That matters not a quark, Mr. Fibuli. Speed is of the essence. So these are all lines from the Pirate Planet.
My favorite was by the blood of the Sky Demon, death comes now!
We should also mention that this episode was actually written by Douglas Adams, who was also for a time the script editor of Doctor Who.
Every line this fucking character said, he hollered. And I don't know why that thrilled me so much. But
that's always good. That's always good.
It's
good acting.
Thrilled me, you know.
Yeah. So
even when he was pondering, I mean, it didn't quite holler, but I remember, we're surrounded by incompetence, you and I. Incompetence and fools.
And that was when he was talking to his mechanical birdie friend.
He was talking to his mechanical bird. Yes, he was.
What was his birdie friend's name?
Avatron. Avatron.
I'm sorry. I should know that.
Avatron, kill. And he would.
The beautiful thing about the Pirate Planet, just the general plot of it, just because I loved this as a concept, was that it was a planet. It was visibly a planet that would materialize around another planet, mine the fuck out of it until there was nothing left.
Yeah, like basically kill every living thing. Yeah, and get all.
It would basically destroy an entire planet, mine every bit of mineral and everything out of it, suck the life out of it, and then it would dematerialize and go and just go surround another planet and suck the life out of that planet. Yeah. And it was fucking fabulous as an idea. It was so fucking great, and I loved it. Was so good, and the captain was such a tragic figure. He was so wonderful.
The captain said, "It is a planet that at the snap of a hand can just transport us instantly through space.
So here's the thing. So as
line that he said, yes,
he was, yes. So as I mentioned, Pitney had written a letter. There was a song, a shirt, and a video. Now we're gonna get to the song. Do you want to explain how? Well, we don't have to go into your whole. We've talked about your weird relationship with Jonathan Turner. We don't want to say relationship.
Oh yeah,
he wished it was a relationship.
No, but I wrote
that guy was creepy.
Horrible filth to the tune of "I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy," and the name of the song was "I'm a Pirate Captain Groupie," and I had a verse about the captain.
Yes.
Mr. Fibula, his assistant. I had a verse about Avatron,
the birdie,
the bird, and I had a verse about Queen Xanxia.
Yes.
Who was apparently a scientific genius who you see all the captain's, cybernetic accoutrement.
Yes.
That is because Xanxia rebuilt him from the brink of death.
And she was the one who kind of looked like Vinnie Vincent on Casual Day, right?
Yeah, she did look like Yes, she does.
And you know what? I'm not even going to explain that. If you get it, you get it. And you're laughing your ass off right now.
Look it up and you will. Look it up and you will.
Yeah, you're either laughing really hard right now, or you have no idea what the fuck I just said. And that's fine. That's totally fine.
Obsessed with him, obsessed. In fact, the T-shirt in, the picture that we showed earlier, the baby blue TimeCon T-shirt. Thank you very much.
This one.
On the back of it, yes, fuzzy iron-on letters that say, "I'm a Pirate Captain Groupie." Because that's what a geek I was back then. Can you tell? That picture.
I mean, that's not a dorky child. That's not the epitome of a Doctor Who fan in the mid-'80s.
So, oh my God. So I had written, I was so obsessed with him. Yeah. And did I say, I don't remember if I said, he never wrote me back. I never got my goddamn autograph.
Oh.
So screw you, Bruce Purchase. Screw you.
Who the hell do you think you are, Bruce Purchase?
And God bless him.
With your Quatermass and your goddamn Shakespearean bullshit. You're fucking like hundreds of movies to your credit. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Because how dare... No, but if I remember right, I mean, I know you read the letter, but if I remember right, and, time is a weird thing, and I could not remember right, but I swear that I wrote that letter to the pirate captain, care of Bruce Purchase, care of John Nathan Turner,
You did say care of John Nathan Turner, yeah.
Yeah. So anyway,
But that was because you knew if it went to John Nathan Turner, it would get seen because John Nathan Turner paid special attention to you for creepy reasons.
Yes, he did. God bless you, Nathan.
And we are not saying anything that people don't know about because that man was known for being very creepy with
God
teenage
bless
boys.
You, Nathan, and your varicose.
And he never got as far with Pitney as he wanted to.
No. Oh, hell no.
He wanted it so bad, you guys. So bad, you guys. All right.
Anyway, God bless you, Nathan. Anyhow.
But we thought, are we
yeah, so I have written this
horrible song. Don't call it horrible. It's wonderful.
I was young.
It is as wonderful as any other song that you and I ever wrote.
Captain, and I sang it for John Nathan Turner at a con.
Yes, you did, and he thought it was wonderful.
Oh, yeah, he was just, I remember he was sitting in a chair, and I was literally sitting at his feet.
Oh, I did not know that
his
part.
song, and I remember he was just like,
Oh. Well, isn't
yes.
that... Well, you know, he wanted some, so he would have pretended to like anything you did.
You know, he never got none of this.
Nope.
You know.
That man went to his grave not getting any of that.
Yeah.
So,
anyway.
all right.
But here is 2 verses.
And we are going to share with y'all. So right now, feel free to sing along as you're watching live now, as you're watching later. We found out that we can't both sing at the same time because it doesn't work, apparently. So we're going to take turns. So verse number 1, you ready to go?
Yes, and I was going to say we're being merciful, and we're only doing 2 verses and not all 4.
Yes.
So get ready.
You're welcome, everyone.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Wait. There we go. Take it away.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Do you want me to start?
No. I'm a pirate, Captain Groupie. I'll love that captain till I die. With all his screaming bout incompetence, his blood pressure's always very high. Capty Wapty always hollers, and it thrills me to my core. Pirate captain forever. I am a pirate captain boy.
Okay. Oh, Mr. Fibuli, so groovy. He's the captain's favorite boy. I'm sorry, guy. Sorry. With calm compliance to the captain's whims, his death had been delayed many times. Fibuli was a good man, and when he died, the captain cried. Fibuli, 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 Fibuli. Fibuli was such a groovy guy. Yay! We don't usually do sing-alongs, and this is
so yeah.
So hooray! 80s Doctor Who fandom.
Yay! So yeah. Anyway.
And gosh, is there anything else? Anything else we want to?
I don't think anything. Is there anything coming up? I think we're done. I don't think anything can top that.
Yeah, I think you're probably right.
Because that was glamour.
That was amazing. That was truly, truly amazing. I think you're probably right. So shall we say goodnight? And until next time, maybe in a month or so, month or two, we'll do this again.
Yeah, listen right.
Yes, catch us on all of our wherever you're catching this now. You'll probably be able to catch our show also, but we're on wherever you catch podcasts. You can find us. We're on all the social medias. We're terrible at Instagram, but we are there. I think that's
it.
Probably it.
Feel free to send me jock straps, panties, underwear. Feel free.
Not me. Don't send me anything.
Feel free.
I don't. No. No.
I might make fun of you on the show if you do.
All right. That's enough. Good night, guys. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
We love you. Mwah, 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 mwah.